morning, good morning. Today is the 6th of June. I am 36 weeks and 1 day pregnant. I thought today I would bring you along for a bit of a day in the life with my pregnancy and just kind of what I'm getting up to. I do have a big appointment day today, so I'm about 15 minutes early to my midwife appointment, and then I have to go and get a blood test, and then I also have to go and get an ultrasound. It's a big baby appointment day today as we are getting closer to our baby entering the world. As you can tell, I'm feeling very swollen, very large and in charge. I've had pelvic issues since like 28 weeks or something, and it's just getting worse and worse, so I'm not sleeping because tends to be the worst when I'm in bed, so I'm just not sleeping because I'm just in a lot of pain. Yeah, I'm swelling up like a balloon, as you can tell. I've got like a second face on my face. I look like I'm wearing a fat suit. Things are just getting that little bit harder, especially running after a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old. They were actually up early this morning, so we got a bit of a head start today, which was nice. So they're at daycare today. I'm tending to like book my appointments and stuff on days that they're at daycare so that I can just come over, because it's like an hour drive to the hospital, which makes me freaking nervous. I still have like birth trauma from Micah's birth. I don't even know how to explain it, but pretty much I got preeclampsia with Micah, 35 weeks. I went in for my midwife checkup and I never went home. I got admitted straight to the ward, and I was there for 4 or 5 days before they decided that they would induce me. So I got the balloon the night before, and then they let me like labor throughout the night, which I only got to 3 centimeters by 6 o'clock, and then I got to 7 centimeters by like 3 something p.m. So it was going very slow, but I don't know, just very traumatic. We nearly lost him. He kept having like decelerations in his heart rate, and every time I was having contractions, something was going wrong with the cord, like the umbilical cord, and it was cutting off, like it was making his heart rate drop. So it's very scary. And then I obviously got rushed to have an emergency C-section. And then with Nelly, she was a scheduled C-section at 37 weeks and 4 days due to gestational diabetes, and I was having hypertension but not yet hit the level of preeclampsia. But I went into labor 2 days before planned exit date, planned surgery, starting to dilate, but because it was a weekend, they wouldn't call anyone in to do an emergency C-section. They like drugged me up for 2 days, so that was fun. I really hope that doesn't happen again this time, because it was like the worst feeling. Like I don't even feel like I was in my own body. Drugs and that they put in me, like I just felt disgusting, and yeah, it's like an out of body experience type thing. Like I don't want to have to go through that again. So yeah, I'm getting very nervous because I just don't want to have to go into labor again. Very anxious that, you know, I live an hour away from the hospital, and if my water breaks or I'm getting contractions and I'm at home, like, and I've got the kids, I'm gonna have to call someone to come back home to the farm, which could take like half an hour to an hour depending on where they are, be able to watch the kids, and then it's another hour's drive on top of that. Like it's just, the anxiety is getting to me. Like I'm just really anxious about birth now. I just have a feeling that I'm going to go into labor before my C-section date, because this is also the latest C-section date that they've scheduled me. Yeah, I'm scheduled in at 39 weeks, and with Nelly I was never scheduled in at 39 weeks. It was straight to 38, and then they brought me forward. They wanted to bring me forward like the week before. I just couldn't get the diabetes under control, but I'm like puffing talking about it because I'm like anxious. I just thought I would bring you along today. I obviously don't know what I'm going to be able to film in the hospital. Like I probably won't be able to have my phone in the scan. We'll see how it goes. I'm just at that time now where I'm like, right, she can come out. She can definitely come out now. That's fine. Let's get her out. I'm going to stop rambling now. I need to like calm myself down before I go in there and my bloody blood pressure's through the roof or something, because I'm stressed out. So I have just finished up at my midwife appointment. Like I said, I just can't film too much in there, so I'm probably not going to be able to get much real bloody footage today, and it's probably going to be very chatty. So apologies in advance, but hopefully once I'm done with appointments it can be more of a video montage type thing. My antenatal appointment today went really good. It was probably the quickest one that I've had yet, but they were just running through, just because I'm so close to my C-section date, they were just running through what could happen if I was to go into labor beforehand, and then obviously like the procedure on the day before, depending whether or not I'm booked into the morning session or whether I'm booked into the afternoon session, and in regards to like fasting and that sort of stuff and the times that I would need to be here. So they said that it's roughly 3 hours before estimated surgery time. I still don't have a time that's actually set yet. They've also said I would be in hospital a minimum of 4 days after. 4 to 5 days they would want me in afterward. Yeah, just gave me like a run through, showed me the rooms, showed me the theatre and the recovery room and that sort of stuff. And I'm just so excited that I get to have the baby here because I feel like it's going to be like the best one yet. They've said that they don't leave the theatre room with the baby until I do. Like the baby stays in the room the whole time, which I have never had. And they said that they would want to do like skin to skin is very important for them here, which again I have never had right after birth. Like it's been hours after birth that I've been able to like even touch my baby. Like Micah, I had to just like touch him from over across the bed. I'm just getting really excited now after that, but everything's going good. My blood pressure was good, baby's heart rate was good, movements were felt. They didn't test my urine or anything like that today actually, so I don't know. The only thing that kind of come up, the fundal height. So I had my fundal height measured 2 weeks ago. I was 34 weeks and 2 days, I think, at the time. And she was measuring bang on 34 centimeters. And today, at 36 weeks and 1 day, she's measuring at 40 centimeters. So I'm like, holy shit, like she's measuring, fundal height is literally like full term due date. I'm like, oh my God. When she said, oh, you're measuring 40 centimeters, I was like, what? I was like, that is literally 4 weeks ahead, like a month ahead. That's due date measurements. And she's like, yep, thank God you have an ultrasound today. And I'm like, oh my God, okay. So I am so glad that I have an ultrasound today, because otherwise I just would have been stressing the whole time about that. And I know it's not like a scientific like indicator or whatever of like how big your baby is. Like that's obviously what they want to find out, is like with the fluid or the placenta and how that's all measuring as well, because that plays a big factor in it. So I was a bit nervous when she said 40 centimeters. But anyway, I am going now to go and line up for my blood test, and then I may as well, because it's literally just down the corridor, I may as well just go and sit in the waiting room for my ultrasound and read my book. So update from my scan, she is actually sitting at like an average size at the moment. She is measuring ahead, about 9 days ahead, but based on percentile and everything, she's sitting at about the 63rd percentile. Yeah, even though she's measuring ahead, she's like an average size baby at the moment. So she's not even 3 kilos yet based on all these measurements. And like, I know it's like not 100% accurate. I do have a little bit of fluid there, but it's not like excessive. So they also found, and this was only just by chance, like the sonographer was trying to get a good image of like the feet, to measure the feet, actually like come across my ovary in a really weird spot. She said, oh, that's weird that your ovary is like all the way over there. That's really odd. And she goes, oh, and it looks like there's also a cyst in it. I was like, oh, is that something concerning? And she goes, it's just really weird. And the fact that there's a cyst there, this is obviously something that your doctor's going to have to follow up with you about. The report will obviously be sent to my obstetrician and she'll just kind of go from there. Also with my blood test results and stuff, hopefully everything's all good. I don't have to cook tea tonight because we're just having toasted sandwiches, something super easy. So I'm stoked about that. Don't have to really cook or prep any tea or anything. Nothing that's going to eat away into my time before I have to go and get the kids. I also haven't heard from Jade whether or not he's picking up the kids tonight yet. So we'll soon find out. Oh. Me? Yeah? What's Nelly doing?
Ready, Nanas? On your mark, set, go!
But that is all I have got for you today, guys. I'm just finishing off my day with some journaling. But as I am editing this video, I have actually got baby girl with me. So I have one more video and then you'll be able to see her as well. I am over the moon and just so ecstatic that she's finally here. I will keep you posted very soon.